Looking ahead into the weekend, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Not a bad look right now. We've cleared out the snow from the beaches and temperatures are comfortable in the mid-40s. But we do have the potential for more snow on the board as we look ahead to a brewing nor'easter eyeing the I-95 corridor Sunday into Monday. Now, I will tell you, forecasts, they are a bit uncertain this far out, right? We are still several days out from this storm even coming together, but it is something that we'll be watching very carefully. So you want to keep it here because we will be updating as we go throughout today, tomorrow. I think mostly we've updated to the snow depth analysis, finally seeing some more grass on the I-95 corridor. Rain that came in last night we'll still hold on to that snowpack up across New England. I think that might be here to stay for a little while longer, but we are maybe going to cover up some of that freshly seen grass with more snow on the board as we work towards the end of the day Sunday on into Monday. Pittsburgh, Erie, Pennsylvania, we get a little energy that pushes through as we open up the weekend, but what we're really eyeing is that coastal potential, right? That nor'easter risk that oftentimes can be a boom or a bust in terms of getting big snow on the I-95 corridor. It's what makes a lot of us quite jaded in terms of forecasting because it is a challenge, right? Just a shift here or there by a couple of miles, 50 miles or so, does make a difference. But for New York City, confidence has gone up that we're going to see the potential of an inch of snow, which largely speaking, an inch of snow I think is okay. We can handle that. But once we start to bleed towards that 3-inch range, now we're looking at a plowable snow. 6-inch range, we're looking at warning criteria. And you can see the confidence starting to decrease at that point, and that's just because we still have to fine-tune those details. What does this storm look like once it develops? How strong is it, and where does it track? It's those key questions. But expecting this storm to push off the mid-Atlantic coast by the end of the weekend, so we're not looking at a Saturday event. This is more so a Sunday event as it kicks off. Light snow possible away from the coast as we work our way through Sunday evening, but as this low continues to deepen, ultimately where it tracks, how close is it to the coast, that magical benchmark that sits at the 40-70 line, latitude and longitude, just south of really the island of Nantucket, offshore of the east end of Long Island. That typically can be a determining factor of where that snow shield sets up. But minor impacts as of right now, you could probably count on that. That we'll probably get some salt trucks out there by the end of the weekend. But we could also see major impacts if this does develop a little closer to the coast. If it tracks, you know, a little closer to shore, maybe we get worked into the snow belt as we push through the day on Monday. Models are not in full agreement here, and that is to be expected this far out. We are going to continue to fine-tune this as the puzzle pieces come together, but right now the European model, the GFS model, these are deterministic runs. We get a new update every about 6 hours, so we will continue to see changes in that windshield wiper effect. But what we're looking at in terms of our key players that I think will finally nail down this forecast and fine-tune what we're going to see has a lot to do with this upper level high that forms up across northern New England, more so up across eastern Canada. How strong is that ridge of high pressure, right? With that high, how strong is it? That's going to bring in this this clockwise flow, excuse me, that would maybe force that developing coastal low a little closer, and that would be more of the boom forecast in terms of getting a bigger snow total. Now, if that high is a little weaker, this previous storm lingers around a little longer, that's going to want to introduce a storm track that brings this coastal low a little further to the east, faster, perhaps maybe not bringing as much of a pressure gradient between that developing low and high, so it's not going to be as strong, which then would lead to just a glancing blow. But of course, still going to see how this all comes together. We've got you covered here on Fox Weather. We'll be right back.